And good Monday morning to everyone. It's back to work for us, or whatever the case may be for you this week. And it looks to be a wet one today and tomorrow. Okay, maybe I didn't tell the whole truth, but all week. We'll get into your forecast in just a moment. As you're waking up, we're sitting at 56 right now. We'll get 10 degrees warmer all the way to 66. We got a few light showers in eastern Lauderdale County. Nothing horrendous, but off to our northwest and due north, it's, as the old saying goes, it's raining cats and dogs in Macon, Mississippi, and also in the Louisville area. Let's take a look at radar just to give you an idea of what's happening this morning as we pull this up. Let's see here. Here we go. We'll pull this up. Here we go. Looks a little bit better. As I said, some showers here on the eastern side, and if you're down around Shibuda, getting some showers. But as we go into Neshoba County here west, and this is going to be out near the Neshoba County Fairgrounds is where we've got right there. And also at Pearl River Resort, a lot of showers there on Highway 16. If you're leaving out of there past Marshall Ford, expect it to be heavy rain before you get there to Edinburgh. There on 16. That's going to be heavy rain there. As we follow up here, as we get into the Louisville area, look at this now. This is Highway 25 into Louisville. This is J&S Food. All the way this area here, even back over towards Shiloh Baptist Church. Pouring rain all the way through downtown, all around there where you get to go eat there at Lake Teocata to downtown Louisville, even up to the jail. As we cut across eastward there on Highway 14, after you get into Neshoba County, it's going to pick up. Showers if it's not raining on you yet in downtown Sugarlock. It's getting ready to. And this is heavy, heavy rain all the way up Highway 45 till you get to the Kentucky Fried Chicken there. So be careful in those areas this morning. A lot of two-lane roads, even up towards Mississippi State, near Columbus, these areas here. Tons of rain this morning. We want to keep you safe and dry as much as we can, but there is a lot of rain there. We'll look at that. It's all kind of concentrated just north of us right now, above the Meridian area. We do have some light showers here, as I said, but heavy, heavy stuff north of us. Now, tomorrow, and we'll get into the forecast here in just a few moments, it's going to be severe weather for the Meridian area as well. We've got the level 1 there around Louisville today. Tomorrow, it will come on down into Lauderdale County and be a level 2 for us. So we'll discuss all that in a few moments and get your day started there. How are you? I do hope the weekend was good to you. Lots of things went on over the weekend, and we'll go over those this morning here. The one point of interest that I want to point out is we talk about things that are different on your travels. This is going to happen today. Will Garrett Road is going to be closed starting today, a portion of it there. They're going to be putting in a new bridge, and it should take, well, they say 4 to 6, but we all know how things happen, so we'll go ahead and give it the full length there. 6 weeks there. So if you travel Will Garrett Road on your way to and from home, expect it to be some travel delays as this is put out by the Road and Bridge from Lauderdale County. And I think before long, and I need to check with Rush, I think there's going to be, if you cut through, hadn't started yet, so I don't want to panic you or anything, but Button Gun Road, I think a new bridge is going to be going in there as well. So if you cut through there off Highway 493 to reach 39 over the next few weeks, coming weeks, it's going to be a change of your direction as well. We'll look at that. I'll speak with Rush and find out when that's supposed to start. A few of the things that are happening there. Good morning, Bree. How are you? Hope you're well. Pat Banks is up. Morning. Sylvia Stewart is up. Rainy Monday there, as Linda Accord says. It is. LaWanda Grantham joins us. Miss Joyce Gressett, Donna Roseman. How are y'all? Also, Charlotte Gray is up in Philadelphia along with Joy Robinson. Mike Dallas, how are you? Good morning to you there. And Karina Jones also joining our group as we begin this day. As always, we like tips from you, things that go on in the neighborhood. This is one of the things, a big story, the breaking news that happened over the weekend. Outside of me, I hadn't heard anyone else really talking about it, but we had an armed robbery in Meridian Saturday night. It did happen. If you were to get off exit the 22nd Avenue Heights exit in Meridian, let me show you this. This is the Cefco, the one that sits on the hill right there. It was robbed Saturday night. A little after 2 a.m. is when this all went down. A black male entered the store, and if you can read the whole story there at Sam Media Network. Got it all on there. The guy parks around by the dumpsters, comes into the store, and instead of talking, passed a note and said, hey, and this is as you zoom in on that to get a better look at that, right up there on top of the hill. He parks around back here, comes in the front door, and slides a note. And instead of pulling a gun or anything, and he made motions that he had a gun in his pocket, never pulled one over the counter, but slid a note and demanded the money. His take-home pay that night, $43. Now, I'm sure with people like that rob stores, it doesn't matter the amount, but sure is not a lot of money to get in that much trouble over. Now, he has not been called. A full-blown investigation is underway in the Meridian area for this. It was a Toyota Camry is what they think it was, gray in color. Of course, to the side there, they did get pictures, but not great pictures, as they sped off into the night. Again, they have not been caught yet. Maybe they will, so we'll watch that. Keep you updated on the latest on that as we look at headlines that happened in the Meridian area over the weekend. A few other things. Let's see here. Always active. We'll talk about this in detail this morning. So I want you to come back at 8 o'clock. The Family Dollar fiasco, where they done the surprise visit on them in West Helena. Is that where it happened there? Memphis, West Memphis is where their storehouse was, where their supply, where they distribute to all of the Dollar Generals. If you hadn't read that story, join us back at 8 o'clock. It'll scare you. They've done a voluntary recall on a lot of products from Family Dollar. And again, we'll talk about that in great detail this morning at 8 o'clock. So I hope you'll join us with Candace as we get into all of that. Let's see here some other things that happened over the weekend. Let's talk about things closer to home before we start going across the state here and discussing all that. We also had a fire this weekend, 18-wheeler. Let me find that story. Clark County Hot Topics was on this. This happened on I-59. Maybe you come across it. And let me pull this up where you can see this. Turn this volume down. Of course, not quite so loud. Flip over to this. This was the scene Saturday night. I-59, an 18-wheeler hit a guard.
Yeah, we're on I-59 right here at the Clark-Lauderdale County line.
I think the truck.
Matter of fact, this thing is actually on the county line right there.
A lot of meat going up in that fire there.
18-wheeler has hit the bridge and burst into flames.
Clark County,
the driver's fine. He is
right there at the Savoy exit, just south of that.
Driver's back there
this blocked
on
traffic for hours.
Cell phone, everything's fine, no injuries, but he did hit the bridge right here on the Chucky River Bridge on I-59.
It had to be a scary thing, but diesel fuel everywhere.
The truck burst into flames. The whole entire southbound lane is blocked on I-59 at this time.
Clark County Hot Topics for
you see firefighters with Stonewall and Enterprise are on the scene.
Huge. So, wow. As we look at that.
Wow.
Maybe you come across that Saturday night on your way. But that was a big deal there, especially if you were trying to get home in the Savoy area. The exits there, you couldn't get on and off. The whole road on the southbound side was blocked. Started getting text on that. Wow, is the best way to put that. A few other things that I wanted to note. Now, last night, this was brought to my attention. Nothing was hit, but there were several reports of Walmart on the Hill in that area. Not at actual Walmart, in that general area that gunfire was heard. They described a particular vehicle. I think they did stop them. I don't know whether it hasn't been confirmed whether they got a gun, but it was a possibility of shots fired. Police were notified of that, and they did make a traffic stop on that. We'll try to find out more about that as we do that. Now, over the weekend, I didn't find this out until Friday. Let me find the story. This happened on Thursday night, so by now this is a little late, and we'll go back over again this morning at 8 o'clock because it's worth bringing back up. And let me slide down. I meant to open this story earlier. This happened at Northgate Apartments off of Highway 39. During the thunderstorms that we were covering on Thursday during all that weather, this happened. I didn't get the information until after I got off the air on Friday. It was late Friday afternoon. Somebody sent me the pictures of this. Supposedly 6 cars were struck with bullets. Again, this right off of Highway 39. And bullets did go into someone's apartment. As we pull this up to look, this is where the bullets entered the home. That's definitely, and as we backtrack on this, and let's look at this, that's where the cars were parked here. They were shot, at least 6, comes through, and that's where it lands in the wall. Now, if anybody had been sitting there, they would have been seriously hurt. Police are investigating that. No one has been arrested at this point. But again, that's Highway 39 is where that went on. That was on Thursday afternoon. And again, this is Monday, but we didn't get that information until late Friday afternoon, the actual pictures of what went on. I thought that was worth bringing back up again. And we'll show that coming up in Monday this morning at 8 as well of what went on there. Let's see some other things that happened around the area. A car wreck in Clark County claimed life. One person was killed in Clark County over the weekend. We pass along condolences to their family there. And again, this wreck happened on, it was a Mustang, County Road 621. As we go back to hot topics there in Clark County and take a look at this. This is a picture of the scene there. And someone lost their lives. The family was notified. Horrible scene. It was a 2015 Mustang. Lost control, single vehicle, hit a tree. Doesn't get any more tragic than that, does it? We had somebody that stopped into the Center Hill gas station over the weekend. They came back out and somebody bumped their car. They took off. They call that a hit and run, I suppose, there. But that did happen. We also had reports of gunfire. And again, none of this was anything struck, but we did have reports of gunfire in the 500 block of 46th Avenue in Meridian over the weekend. Also, the 600 block on 49th Avenue. If you live in those areas, I'm not giving you any information that you don't know, but for the rest of us that don't live in those areas, just an overview of what has happened over the weekend. It's a few of the stories there. Again, wet and rainy right now, isn't it? Let's see here. Lillian, how are you today? Good to see you. We bumped into each other downtown, what was that, a weekend or so ago? Or Overstreet, good morning from Hickory. Glad to have you here. President's Day, Gloria Ming. Happy President's Day from Plains, Georgia. 50 degrees with rain there. Tell Jimmy we all said hello. Visiting former President Carter. Jimmy, tell him we said hello there. Do hope he's doing well. Let's see other things that are happening in our neck of the woods. This is so sad. McComb, Mississippi, which is due south of Meridian, as we look at state headlines of what's going on. A 6-year-old little boy was killed. Others were injured, but a 6-year-old boy was injured with a drive-by shooting. He was playing in a park. As we tell, this happens nationwide, not only in the state of Mississippi, but so sad when it's this close to home. And as we look at Meridian, we've seen this happen here as well. No reason for this to ever happen, but that did. McComb, we pass along condolences to the family there. 2 shot in Jackson, Mississippi over the weekend. Shocked you? No, I don't think I did. It was armed robbery. Stuck a gun in a man's face and tried to attempt to rob him. He was wearing a mask. The man that was getting robbed pulled his gun, shot the bad guy. The bad guy shoots back. He shot the bad guy somewhere in the temple. They were both rushed to the hospital. That's Jackson. Okay, let's go to another one. Oh, yeah, another man dies in Jackson, Mississippi over the weekend from a gunshot wound. He was taken in, a 31-year-old. He was shot on St. Charles Street and Wildcaster Street around 3 p.m. on Saturday. And I could go on and on and on with the list of shootings that happened in Jackson, Mississippi over the weekend. Horrible for this stuff to happen. They do not have a grip on Jackson at all. It's overrun by crime. I like to think of Jackson, Mississippi as the place where I keep my windows rolled up and I don't slow down. And I think a lot of others feel that way also. A person also died in Rankin County in a car wreck over the weekend on Friday night around 10 p.m. in Rankin County. It was a one-car accident. The person was ejected from the car. We pass along condolences to their family as well. Some state news. Gosh, you hate to see these things happen. Always buckle up. I know it back in the old days, we'd never done that, but it does save lives. Won't get thrown out of a car in case it does happen. If you're going to be passing through the Jackson, Mississippi area where you come up on and all the traffic gets heavy, where you would turn to go toward Hattiesburg, Highway 49, the Mississippi Department of Transportation has opened up 2 new lanes. They started that on Saturday, so look for that as they do construction in those areas. They said that they don't expect this to slow traffic down, that it should help as construction continues there. But new lanes there, right there at the Florence exit. Yazoo County, I don't know where that is in Mississippi. We have a correctional officer that has been arrested. Why? Sneaking contraband in. He threw it over the fence instead of walking it in. They got him on camera doing it. And if you'll talk to anybody that works at a jail, they have talks and talks with them about how the inmates will try to get to them. I'll give you some information if you do me a favor. Don't get caught up in that. He'll be joining them in jail before long. That's just a shame, but that's not the first time, nor will it be the last time that somebody who works at a jail is going to be arrested for something like that. But this is getting closer and closer here. As we look here over to Jasper County is where we're going to go for this next story. A homeowner was injured over the weekend after he was ambushed. Like many of you have cameras throughout your house, and you could see it on your phone. Someone broke into his home. He called police. He ran home, entered the home with a gun. There was a shootout in between the two. They were both rushed to the hospital. The bad guy has gone on to jail with the homeowner still in the hospital from being shot by the bad guy. Always be careful. Sometimes it's best to wait on police. Not worth getting shot over. But that did happen there in Jasper County. We hope a full recovery happens for the gentleman there that was shot trying to enter his own home. We crossed that Alabama state line. Boy, this is a mess for the University of Alabama. Have y'all seen this? The headline reads, the vice president of student life has been arrested. Yep, he was arrested for soliciting prostitution. That does not look good. He has since resigned. They didn't fire him. He resigned from his duties at the University of Alabama. Can't be good. But full investigation there. I think he was released on a $1,000 bond. He was. Myron Pope was his name. That's pretty rough there. Alabama, y'all be expected with this rain also. We'll have more on that in just a moment on the forecast as you wake up and begin this Monday morning. Wow. Let's see what is going on nationwide as we cover some stories that do affect you. Biden has agreed to a meeting with Putin as a last-minute effort to stop what is most considered to be our next war. They're going to meet today, and we hope everything is worked out. Maybe they'll split a Coke and have a smile. Stop all of this. Let's see here. Always be careful with this. I've done podcasts on this, Secrets from the South. If you've never listened to any of those, this happens so much. It's just not publicized because so many people are embarrassed that, well, they got rooked is the word for it. But a Virginia man who is 78 years old has been swindled out of he's 78, swindled out of $600,000. He thought she loved him. She took his money and ran. A few of the headlines from across the nation this morning. Terry Ray, how are you? Nothing better is up. Also, Jerry Mason, morning to you. Hope you had a great weekend. It was a great time there in Quitman there. Hope everybody had a chance to turn out for the Battle of the Hospital, the Battle of Texas there as the reenactment happened. Hope y'all had a chance to go see that. Always great to keep up with history. Rodney Knowles, how are you today? Y'all stay close. We're going to get deep into this forecast next to find out what's going on. Is it wet and all? Y'all stay close. And I'll give you a hint. I'll spoil it. Yeah, it is wet. All on the way next here at Scotty Ray's Weather. The Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville is passing along these great savings. Fresh blueberries, $2.99 a pint. Fresh tomatoes, a 4-pack, $1.99. Cuties or Halos, a 3-pound bag, $5.99. Assorted Hormel chili, 15 ounce, $1.99. Kraft mac and cheese, 7.25 ounce, 4 for $5. And certified Angus beef T-bone steak, $9.99 a pound.
And we're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Rockhouse Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rock House will have the gun that you need, with a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rock House Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian. Yep, and I just kind of like to walk around and look and see what they've got there at Rock House. Always something new coming in. If you need any ammo or anything like that, they've got you covered there. As we start this morning out, light rain in a lot of areas, heavy rain in others. Lauderdale County kind of light on the eastern side. Let's look at radar, and then we'll get into the forecast of everything that is coming. Let's go back to radar so you're up to date on everything. Southern Clark County getting wet this morning. Let's turn on locations where you'll know where everything is. And again, we go down to Shibuda area. We've got showers right along here just east of the Dollar General, all of this area here across southern Clark County into the northern portion of Wayne County. Those areas as we follow up into here, hit and miss showers there. And just east of where you would stop and go to Clarko, we've got a shower this morning. Now, we get to Lauderdale County, not so bad over at Cuba Timber there, right across the state line. We got showers if you're going to be traveling Highway 17, if you're going to be heading toward Demopolis in those areas there. York, light showers, and a little bit around Livingston. Most of Lauderdale County, not so bad. We've got a few showers here in Newton County, the eastern side, across the pine trees there. We get heavy rain as we get into Neshoba County this morning. If you're anywhere around house, if you're going to be visiting our friends there at Talbot Enterprises over the next little bit, the cars are getting wet across there. Dollar General there, Highway 16, where Ford Story has a lot of rain there, and we follow that eastern side up all through here. Here's the Coliseum, and east of there, all of this area here, Burnside Park, right on that Kemper County line, wet. So, Kemper, y'all be ready. As we come over here near Edinburgh, we cross back over here into the Leake County side. Bunch of showers there on Highway 25. Not so bad now. This crossed here earlier, about 20 minutes ago on Highway 16. Now, we get heavier rain as we get in here to Winston County. Highway 25 coming in almost to Lake Teocata. Still heavy rain there. J&S Food north of the Dollar General there on Noxapater. All up through here, Ackerman getting a lot of weather. And also, as we get into Knoxville County, east of Macon now, out toward Mahana Bridge, as you make your way toward Aliceville, Alabama, a lot of rain. And just north of where it is there in Sugarlock, right up in here, we'll have some showers north of 14 there at Lake Forest Ranch also. As we get up near Mississippi State, rain all around the campus. Columbus, you're getting wet as well. This is where the main action is right now as we look at this. Now, we'll come back to my radar here in just a moment and show you exactly what is expected with this severe weather for today and tomorrow. Possibility of some rough stuff on the way, as we'll have some thunderstorms today, but heavier stuff tomorrow for our area. Louisville area, y'all be ready for today. All right, let's kick into what the National Weather Service has to tell us this morning.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
As we go back to this, our record highs and record lows was set as a high back in 18, a high of 84. A warm day it was. Our record low was set back in 1958 with a record low of 21 on this date. Something to remember as we begin it. What's the weather going to do today? Rain. It's coming. High of 66 in Meridian. South of us, Hattiesburg, y'all hit 72. And the further west we go over to Vicksburg, warmer. Cooler up toward Philadelphia. Well, not exactly. A little warmer than Meridian, 67, and we hit about 66 there at State, 61 in Columbus, a little bit cooler there. Brookhaven and Natchez will be down in the area where it's warmer toward the coast of about 75 degrees today. About 10 degrees, 5 to 6 degrees warmer than Meridian. As we cut across that Bama state line, more of the same for y'all. Y'all get wet as well. Tuscaloosa, 61. We're looking for about 65 there in Livingston, Alabama. Hamilton, about 58 degrees. Now, this is what we show for today for severe weather. This is a level 1, which is a marginal risk, which could bring isolated thunderstorms, possible damaging wind gusts. And a tornado can't be ruled out, but you get quarter-size hail mixed in with this today. As we look at this from the National Weather Service here, we see this cut across right through there, about where the Louisville area is. And to get a better bird's eye view of this, let's cut back to my radar system here and show you exactly what this is. Let's turn on the severe weather for today and dig deeper into this. This is what we've got. And again, as I mentioned, this takes in Louisville. Here's the Walmart. This is Highway 25 through the Louisville area there in Winston County. And all points where this J&S Food is on 25, all points back west of there, back over to where Shiloh Baptist Church, all of that will be in this level 1. And it'll cut up, take in all of Mississippi State and portions of the county here where Columbus is, right across here, Lowndes County, back towards West Point, these areas. Our area, as you can see, it's not going to touch that. We're still going to get rain, but this will be the line of the worst of it today. Stark, Vegas, Louisville, y'all be ready for all of this as it comes across today. Now, let's go back to my map and look at this and finish talking about what the National Weather Service, as they had theirs there. Now, this is what is expected tomorrow. Severe storms possible. Now, they have taken in most of Lauderdale County. Enterprise, you will be included in this as well. What does it mean for us tomorrow? Damaging wind gusts of about 60 to 70 miles an hour. Hail up to $50. That's pretty big. That can do damage to cars. And we can't rule out tornadoes all in this area here. Now, let's go back and get a better bird's eye view. You see the map there, but let's get it closer to what you'll recognize on our map here. And let me turn this on for day 2 so you can see a little bit better. And here we are. Let's turn this on now where you can see right there. This is Lauderdale County. This will go up all the way through Nashville, Clarksville, and go all the way up to Evansville, Indiana. We come back down to south of Jackson. Let's zoom in on this where we'll see in the local areas. Here's Pearl. We move down through here. This is going to follow 55 out of Jackson, cut across here, get a portion of Jasper County as we look at this, the Lewin area. Montrose, y'all are included in this. Silverina and Raleigh is in this. Bay Springs is just on the east side of this, but I wouldn't rule out some rain there. Now, as we looked at the National Weather Service, they had it growing a little bit closer down here to Enterprise. My radar system has it just barely getting Clark County. And we'll cut across 59. Let's zoom in on this and get a look at where our locations are of where this will be for tomorrow. This is going to be Stuckey's Bridge. This is going to be the line here at Dunn's Falls. So cutting in between those, right across to Plant Sweat, there on Valley Road, and all of the friends up here by Evangel Temple will be a part of this. And it cuts in over to where Sam's is. Takes in Walmart, Lowe's, barely misses. It'll be in between Sam's and the Ag Center, and then northeasterly out of the county, right up to Dalewood, and right there at Lauderdale at the Ralph Morgan Rodeo, and then it swoops in and gets all of Kemper County. That is what we're looking at tomorrow for this level 2. Now, we've still got 24 hours. Let me remind you of that. Is it a chance that all of Lauderdale County in this area will be incorporated into this for tomorrow? Absolutely, as we look at that big picture. So we watch this carefully in between now and tomorrow as to see how much more severe weather we'll have. Be on your toes. We'll tell you more about it. As we continue with weather thoughts, we jump across that Bama state line. Severe weather possible for you all tomorrow as well from 5 to 11 p.m. We'll catch that. Tuscaloosa should be a level 1. We keep traveling here. This is what the temperatures are expected over the next 6 to 10 days. Cooler weather expected for most of Mississippi. That's good news. As we look at our 7-day forecast, here is what we have for today. 67 for a high, 100% chance of showers, and we could receive up to 1 to 2 inches in the area across today. It's a lot of rain there. Wind gusts of about 25 miles an hour. We have 78 for a high tomorrow with a 60% chance of showers included with that. And again, gusts of 25 miles an hour for tomorrow. A little bit worse weather for the Meridian area tomorrow again, if you're just tuning in. By Wednesday, 77, 81 come Thursday. Whew. Then the temperatures will start to phase down. 57, 55, nighttime lows, upper 30s, right around 40. As we jump on into March 7th there, we're going to see some more 70-degree weather. Look at that. Nighttime lows in the 40s. Nothing drastic in between now and then. But that's a quick look at it. As we expect showers today, high of 66 is what we're expecting there. Again, severe weather to the northwest of the Meridian area, Louisville, those areas, Columbus. Keep that in mind. And tomorrow, most of Lauderdale County, Kemper County, all these areas. And again, I warn you, all of this could move just a little bit further south by tomorrow. Just have a weather plan. Make sure you're aware of what's going on. We'll watch it. It is a possibility of tornadoes tomorrow. We can't rule that out. We are at a level 2 for tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. We're going to get things ready here in just a moment for the 8 o'clock show. We've got Candace coming in. It's packed full of news, local, national, things that affect your life. Be a part of it here with us. Scotty Ray Report as Candace joins us, and we can't do it without you. Thank each and every one of you for joining me this morning. See you back in about an hour from now. Here at the Scotty Ray Report as Candace joins me. Thank you for being a part of it.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by